Good evening, guys. So, as promised, let's talk about the trade that I took this morning in Mahindra and Mahindra. Okay, so M&M is one of the seven stocks that I had told you guys that I would be keeping an eye on this week, and I would be trading this entire week more or less within these seven stocks. So that'll be from Adani, Bajaj Finance, HCL, Tech, HDFC Bank, Hero Motors, M&M, and TCS. Okay, these two stocks, I'll let you know what they are from where I found out. But these seven stocks are what I'll be concentrating on. Okay, so maybe 80 to 90% of my trades are going to be within these seven stocks. Okay. So M&M happens to be one of them. So what I always do is that as soon as I select the stocks for the week, I mark the week high, the previous week high and low, and the previous week -1 high and low. All right. So these four lines are going to be constant for the entire week for all these seven stocks. Okay. So coming to today's trade. So this is how, let's close this. This is how the trade, or rather, this is how the chart looked this morning. Just forget about this, what happened over here. This orange rectangle is basically the most important candle from the previous day. That is from the 16th. This is the most important candle. Okay, so this candle helps me in a way to decide whether I need to go long or short on a particular stock. Okay, so as today you can see, price opened over here at 2855, which is above previous week high of 2845. Okay, but as soon as it opened, it came down. It just couldn't hold on over here. As soon as price opened here, sellers came in and pushed the price down. Okay, and this high, the previous week high, happens to be previous day high too. That is the high of 16th also. Okay, so this was a pretty important level. So price opened about it or above it, tried to go up, but immediately sellers came in and banged the price down. Okay, it banged the price down, and by the 9:20 candle close, it even closed below this rectangle, this important candle of mine. Okay, so it was showing me the bearish tendency for the day. Okay, now at the same time, one needs to look is that you need to look at the broad market index. So here Nifty, what was Nifty doing? Now you look at Nifty 2, Nifty opened, and then by 9:20 Nifty also started moving into the red. Okay, so showing negative bias. Then we get into the sector index. So in our case, M&M sector index would be auto. I've again marked the previous high low. If you have a look over here, the weekly chart, same what I did in M&M, I've done it over here. Previous week high low, previous week -1 high low. Okay, go to the 5-minute chart. What did the index do? I mean the sector do. The sector did the same thing. It opened above previous week high, which also was previous day high. Okay, in this case, it opened above it and immediately closed below it. As in, sellers were sitting there and they pumped the price down or pushed the price down. Okay, and you can see within the first 5-minute candle, price was below the weekly high level. So everything was showing me bias. Everything was telling me that the stock is going to most probably move down further. And on the stock front, the price even closed below the previous day's important candle. Okay, so that's why around 9, I guess 9:20, 9:30. Let me have a look when I told you guys. I guess around 9:30 is when I told you. Around this candle, I told you guys. It's looking really good to short. Okay, and as soon as I found this first green candle, I placed an order below the low of this green candle to short, and we shorted the market over here. I was hoping to first initially hit previous day's low and then eventually hitting previous week, this next line, previous week high, -1 high. Okay, so but this was my first target. This would have been my second target, but since today being Rakhi, I had to go out, so I squared off my trade. I think so at around 130ish, around 130ish level. Another reason why I squared it off is that look at the Nifty Auto Index. Price came down, broke previous week high. It broke previous week high -1 level 2. Okay, So next logical target would have been over here, but at around 130, see what happened? Price again went and closed above previous week high -1, that level. Okay, which is pretty important. So I thought maybe the price is thinking of going upwards, because even Nifty at the same time around 130-ish level, yes, 1 o'clock level. See, Nifty also was trying to climb up. So since I was not going to sit in front of the laptop, I thought might as well square off all positions, and we made pretty decent here. We made close to around 22% return on investment. So I had sold half of the quantity at around 0.5% drop, and then at around 0.7, 0.8%. As soon as I got that, I squared my position off. But eventually price did go down. So if any of you held on to the very end, I'm pretty sure you made decent buck for your money over here. Okay, so this is the trade in Mahindra. TCS, if you see, we do the same. We mark previous day's high low, previous week's high and low, previous week -1 high and low. We go to the 5-minute chart. Okay, now here the mistake that I had done is that the market didn't open above previous week high, and it came down immediately. Okay, as soon as I saw this big red candle, I just couldn't control my emotions, and I think so immediately, within the first 5-10 minutes, if I'm not wrong, I told, yeah, within the first 10 minutes, I told folks to short below the day low, below this low. This was day's low, and I said that I would be shorting below day low. Okay, but I forgot to see this level, this orange rectangle being the most important candle of the previous day. Price was still above it, so the sentiments would have still been positive. All right, that's the importance of this price level. Okay, at the same time, if you look at Nifty IT, we mark all the levels again. Previous week high low, previous week -1 high low. We have done all that, and we come to the 5-minute chart. This was the first candle. It's identical to TCS. Same. See, if you look at TCS, this is the first 5-minute candle here. This one over here. Okay, and look at IT. Again, the first minute candle, and price opened above previous week high and crashed down. So looking at this candle, in the rush, without following my process, I thought of shorting TCS. Okay, I didn't bother waiting for it to close below this. But fortunately, price didn't go and hit my trigger price and go up. It didn't come down. It continued climbing up. And from there, it just started making higher highs and higher lows. If you look at TCS, it just made all the way high high, high low, lower high, high low, and over here just boom, it went up. Okay, so on and so forth. It just kept climbing up. So we tried shorting it over here once. We tried shorting it over here, but fortunately, price didn't come down and hit our trigger price and move back up. So yeah, this is how I misread the price. This is how I didn't control my emotions. Okay, in this particular stock, everything fell into place, so it worked for us. In this particular counter, TCS, I didn't bother waiting for price to close below this. Okay, so I didn't follow my process. So yeah, this is how most of us make mistakes. We become too eager, just looking at a big red or a big green candle, and we try to take a trade without following a process. So this was our trades for the day. One worked out pretty well. The other one, we misread it, but fortunately we didn't make any loss in this, because our price didn't get triggered at all. So yeah, so that's what we did today. So any doubts, shout out and we can have a discussion. Cheers.